Hi Cancerians, welcome to Carol's Universe. Oh, just going to get a pen. No, I don't want that one. Yeah, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. This is the 15th to the 21st of July 2019. We're doing the weekly check-in. So for your current self, i.e. who you guys kind of are, between the 15th and the 21st of July 2019, we are using, and also for the theme of the week, we're using my favourite deck at the moment, Tarot of the 78 Doors. We are then using the Mystic Mondays Tarot by Grace DeWong for the key goal for the week, the obstacle that you may need to overcome, and any major accomplishments that you're making for the week. For what you need to avoid, what to embrace for the week, and where you can find support if you need it. We use the Neo Tarot by Jericho Mandy Burr. Love this deck, beautiful. And your spiritual guidance comes via The Answer is Simple cards by Sonia Choquette. And what we'll do afterwards, we'll show you the cards that we're using for your 15 card final reading. Okay, so let's put these all over here. There we go. And we're going to start. It doesn't matter how much I wash this cover, it seems to get little bits and bobs on it. Okay, so let's make a start, guys. You guys are showing us being Cancerians. Wow, Nine of Swords. I really like this version of the Nine of Swords on the Tarot of the 78 Doors because, you know, it's not your typical, and I noticed that there are birds perched. Usually when you get birds perched on a card, it means waiting for messages. But you're sitting outside of the mind. So the Nine of Swords is air, obviously, and it deals with anxiety and fear, and sometimes with the Nine of Swords you can be worrying yourself to death, but sometimes your imaginings and what you're worrying about, sometimes it's not as bad as what you think it is. That's the theory of the card, and that you can, if you want to, you can get yourself out of that kind of mind frame if you just try and think about practical ways, which is why I feel that sometimes it's good to have you know, something like a Knight of Coins sitting nearby, or you know, an Eight of Coins maybe, or a Seven of Coins. A card that shows somebody who's being practical and, you know, just proactive in trying to resolve the situation rather than sitting there. But what I like about this particular version, Cancerians, is that this guy is sitting out of the gilded cage. And for me, this cage represents the mind. The cage door is open and he kind of looks very contemplative. So I feel that some of you guys have, and you are kind of feeling maybe a little bit worried about a situation, Cancerians, but I feel that you're looking for a solution, and you're thinking about the ways that you can resolve the situation, because you're not kind of, you know, this card doesn't represent somebody sitting in a cage with the cage door shut, like a, you know, an imprisoned, or, you know, a trussed up bird or something like that. You know, it doesn't mean that you're kind of enslaved or you're in some form of a prison of the mind. He's actually sat outside of it. And this card represents to me having the freedom to release yourself from anxiety. Okay, just wait for the message to come. The bird sitting on the tree, or birds perched on a card, are often waiting for messages, or messages that are waiting to come to you. So I really like this Nine of Swords version. I think it's fantastic. I think that some of you guys have had worries, Cancerians, but you're not allowing it to consume you. And what you're doing is that you're opening your mind up here. The door being open for me is about opening up the mind. You're opening up your mind to the possibilities of change and the possibilities of finding a resolution. Some of you guys are waiting for a message, and you're actually opening up your mind, and you are very receptive, I feel, with this Nine of Swords energy to those messages coming in, probably from universe source. What is the theme of the week? Well, the Page of Swords. I love this version of the Page of Swords. Page of Swords on this version shows somebody who is spying, and usually the Page of Swords is a spy card. But he means many things. I very rarely read him as being a spy unless the cards aspected around it indicate that he's spying or something like that, or hiding stuff. But this one is definitely spying. Somebody is looking over at somebody else. Can you see how he's looking at this man here? He's looking across at that man. He's obviously waiting for him to leave the house. Or maybe he's waiting for him to come out of his house so he can go speak to him, you know. But he's spying. And I feel that it's a tricky one, really, because the theme of the week, when we think about the word of spying, we're thinking about kind of doing something very, very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Covertly. So this is the card of the covert, okay? And I feel that this is a week for... The Page of Swords is also research as well, and looking into situation, finding information, and it might be because it's interesting on the because I read visually as well. It's tricky to look at this card and say, well, the theme of the week is spying. But I'm just going to take the word spy, and I'm going to turn it into, if you're spying, you're looking for something. So I feel that Cancerians, the theme of the week is all about look and ye shall find. You guys are looking for something. You're possibly looking for information, or you're looking for some form of a truth, maybe with the Page of Swords. Remember, the Page of Swords is all about standing up for the truth. And I feel that really the theme of the week is all about finding information here. And it would really kind of tally in with that card there, where you guys are kind of opening your mind up to information coming. The birds of the information. It's about waiting for that information to come. So you're very kind of, you're open and you're receptive. I feel with the Nine of Swords, you guys showing us this Nine of Swords energy. You have some worries, maybe some of you guys, but I feel that you're very open and receptive, Cancerians, to getting the information. And the theme of the week is all about seeking that information, showing there at all costs. Key goal for the week: to stand your ground and to rise above challenges. And I feel the challenges are very present in this Nine of Swords. But the thing is, what I'm seeing immediately looking at these cards, Cancerians, is resilience and strength, which I really like about this reading already, because you're showing us being freaking resilient, man. The Seven of Wands is all about standing in your power. It's all about getting the upper hand and rising above a challenge. And I feel that for you Cancerians, the goal for the week is to basically face down, whether these are people, and they're more than likely people, or whether it's things just going wrong or things not going according to plan. I certainly feel, looking at these cards already, everything kind of ties in together, where you guys are kind of, yeah, you've got worries, but you're opening your mind to there being a resolution. You're just kind of waiting for the information to come. And the theme of the week is about, you know, some of you guys, a theme might be chasing somebody up for the information, for example, with that Page of Swords, looking in on that guy, waiting for him to come out the door and then accosting him, you know. So the theme of the week is all about getting information, because you're waiting for information. There is, I think, at the base of this, that you guys are worried, but I don't think you're allowing those worries to take over you. I really don't, Cancerians, because you're opening your mind to the possibilities that information is going to come. But the theme of the week is about getting that information, and the goal is to possibly, if you get the information, you're going to be able to overcome some challenges that you're facing with this Seven of Wands energy showing here. What is the obstacle that you need to overcome? The Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups, I love this version of the Eight of Cups. Can you see how she sits kind of in this crevice? She looks like she's just about to abandon these cups, and she's just about to jump through the hole. So I think the obstacle that you need to overcome is the idea of abandoning a situation here. Abandoning a situation that, and even though the cups are even on either side, okay, there is a great void between these cups showing up here. To me, the void almost indicates dissatisfaction and emptiness. And some of you guys with the Eight of Cups energy, I actually don't think this is removing yourself or abandoning a situation, because what came to my mind when I looked at this particular Eight of Cups was a void. A huge void. And if she's naked as well, and usually when you get naked people on cards, they're either exposing something or they're very vulnerable. So I feel the obstacle, you know, and it's you know, it's normal, isn't it? It really is freaking normal, Cancerians, because we all go through it. We have issues. Nine of Swords energy, things that we worry about. On this Nine of Swords, praise be to God that the Nine of Swords on this one says, yeah, I am worried, but I'm going to open my mind to there being the potential of information coming to me. The bird's perched on the tree. It's not there yet, but it will come. And the theme for the week is you say to yourselves, you know, I'm going to get that information. I'm going to seek it out. Page of Swords energy. I'm going to get the information. I'm going to find it out. I'm going to research. I'm going to find out what I need to know to make this situation better, because my goal for the week is to rise above a challenge that I've got here. But the obstacle that I need to overcome is not getting consumed by the worry. And I think that this Eight of Cups is really talking about becoming very, very consumed by that worry, because there you're holding your own. You're holding your own here. You're holding your own here. You are determined, Cancerians. But ever so often when you kind of, you know, and we've all been through it. For me, the Eight of Cups is depression on this card, because there's just this huge void in which you guys know that there is still very much being naked. There is still very much a vulnerability there for some of you guys. And you know that if you tap into that vulnerability, Cancerians, you're just going to go through that void. So in other words, you're just going to go into that huge amount of depression. And some of you guys, the obstacle that you need to overcome is getting, you know, allowing depression and allowing that fear. The void of the Eight of Cups should have really been the Nine of Swords, because that's where you go when you're a Nine of Swords. But on traditional decks like the Rider-Waite, you always see a woman or a man with their head in their hands, and they're consumed by anxiety and worry. But, you know, on this one, it's like, hell no. Yeah, I am worried, but fuck it. I'm not going to get inside. He's outside of the head. See, he's outside of the cage. Inside the cage, that's his head, his prison. But he's outside of it. So you guys are like, hell no. I'm not going to get myself, you know, in this cage. I'm not going to allow myself to be consumed by the worries. What I'm going to do is open my mind to there being a way that I can resolve this through information that I'm waiting to come for me. I'm going to chase this up. But the obstacle you need to overcome is that you are still a little bit vulnerable. I won't lie on that, Cancerians. And then if you give into that vulnerability, you could either, you know, easily kind of disappear through the void. What is the major accomplishment for the week for you guys? Well, the Nine of Coins, which is nice. So the Nine of Coins represents financial gain. So some of you guys might be gaining some form of financial security in the week. You might be gaining more money with the Nine of Coins energy. Some of you guys, your major accomplishment might be in the things that you value, the things that are of beauty. You'll notice that the representation of the Nine of Coins on this card is the peacock. And the peacock I often see as a bird that likes to show off. So that bird likes to kind of show how beautiful it is, because it really values itself. It values how it looks. It knows that other people love it. So it kind of feels really good about itself and really kind of secure in who it is. And I feel there's two things here in terms of the accomplishment that you're making. Some of you guys on a purely kind of superficial level, it could be with the Nine of Coins energy that you are gaining financial increase during the week with the Nine of Coins energy. Some of you guys, Nine of Coins can be a new property, so there could be something about moving, new property with the Nine of Coins, getting the new keys to a property. And for some of you guys, the accomplishment is simply just your own self-worth, because remember, the Nine of Coins is all about one person, and she is surrounded by pentacles. So if you think about pentacles as being valuable and worth, and you think about the woman as being the self, we put the two words together, self-worth. So some of you guys are beginning to understand what your self-worth is. So even though the obstacle you need to overcome here, Cancerians, is that some of you guys, you need to be careful that you don't allow the vulnerabilities to take over. Because can you see how she's, and actually what's interesting about this reading as well, Cancerians, can you see where the woman looks? She looks straight across at the peacock. So even she is beginning to recognize her beauty and her self-worth. Do you see what I mean? She recognizes herself as, it's almost like she's looking in a mirror. But I think that, you know, you need to try and overcome the obstacle of feelings of doubt with the Eight of Cups energy, and feelings of vulnerability and wanting to just like put the covers over your head and kind of go into your head again and kind of just go down that void of depression. Because the accomplishment by the end of the week could be, some of you guys, it might be a money thing. You're getting money, Nine of Coins. Some of you guys, it might be that, you know, you're starting to generally resolve the situation. You're feeling safer. You're feeling more kind of personal security. The accomplishment can be is personal security, because Nine of Coins is also about personal security. So some of you guys are, by the end of the week, are achieving personal security here with the Nine of Coins energy. All right, during the week, which is a really nice energy to have. What is it you need to avoid? The World in the reverse. So this is interesting. Yeah, it is reversed. The World reversed is about ongoing situations, something that doesn't complete. It doesn't change, so it's an ongoing cycle, showing here with the World energy in the reverse. Okay, so I think that what you need to avoid with the world energy in the reverse is leaving this thing open, whatever it is. Because in the upright, this is all about finally closing the gap, the cycle. This has come full cycle now. It's the ending of the cycle. So this is closing the gap and it's achieving the final result. In the reverse, it's about a situation that is still ongoing and it's unfinished. And I think that you need to avoid leaving a situation unfinished here with the world in the reverse. I also get the impression with the world in the reverse that even though she's upside down and it's not, the world isn't exactly, and to be honest with you, the world is underneath her. So the world is on top of her. I think that as well with this being reversed, you need to avoid allowing this situation to get, the world to get on your shoulders. So feeling the world on your shoulders. The world can also be a card about heavy burden. So you need to avoid allowing this to burden you and feel like, oh man, I've got the world on my shoulders. Because this could easily, I think, correlate to this energy here as well, where, number one, you need to avoid this situation being ongoing, okay? It needs to be closed down somewhere along the line. But more than anything, allowing this to kind of consume you with that world reverse, feeling like the world is on your shoulders. Because remember, the obstacle position that you need to overcome is the vulnerability that you guys still feel. And wanting to jump through that void because you just feel like, what else can I do? Perhaps if you need to avoid the world being on your shoulders or allowing this situation to consume you with that world reverse, then the obstacle that you need to avoid because of that energy is just saying, because it's so much of a burden, I just want to kind of just jump through the void and just forget it all and, just allow myself to be consumed by depression or something like that. You're doing really well in this energy here because this shows proactivity here, and proactivity here, and definitely proactivity here. What do you need to embrace for the week? The Six of Swords. Is that the Six of Swords? It is. That you're going to overcome the situation because Six of Swords is all about calm after the storm. After the problems of the Five of Swords, we see the Six. So the Six is all about overcoming issues, overcoming problems, moving forward, moving on from a difficult phase. I think number one, you need to embrace that you're going to move on from whatever this phase is. And obviously, some of you guys, it's not going to resonate with the reading because some of you guys aren't going through any difficulties and you just want to see what's going on with whatever. But some of you guys are. So you're going to need to embrace that you are going to, this too shall pass, which is very much for me, very much kind of like an emblem for the Six of Swords energy. Whenever I look at this card, it reminds me of the words, this too shall pass. So you need to embrace, and also swords represent ideas. So you need to embrace that this too shall pass and keep that idea and those words going around in your head because it will. The other thing that comes to mind when I look at the Six of Swords of what you need to kind of embrace going forward is that you do have support because there's a man here sitting behind a woman. The Six of Swords also means support. So embrace that others will support you. You only need to ask for the help and you will have that support. Where can you find support though if you need it? The Tower. It looks like the finger of God, doesn't it? Can you see? When I look at this card, it's such I love the card stock. The card stock is incredible. It's so lovely the card is on this. Looks like the finger of God though. Can you see that? He's like, you shall fall down. It is being decreed. The Tower. Okay, how can we explain the Tower? Well, I'm just going to go with this energy here of being the finger of God. Okay, I think that you can go to God, you can go to Source if you need support as well. Okay. With the Tower energy, this isn't lightning on this card. This is somebody who is pushing everything down. This is kind of, when you I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes they've got those little kind of contracts, don't they, in certain things where they say, we cannot be responsible for acts of God, and this is an act of God, I think. With the Tower, the word act of God, because the finger of God is here. And he is kind of initiating with the Tower energy. This is kind of, I'm not calling it a downfall, but this chaos, this movement, this shift with the Tower energy. So I don't think it's a person that you could go to with the Tower energy. I think it's a spiritual, it's a spiritual energy that you need to go to for support. It's the universe. It's your angels, but more than anything, it's going to be God, it's going to be Source, because I think that God has created, for one reason or another, this is a very spiritual thing that is happening here, whether you believe that or not, just by this card here saying that you need to go to the person who started it, which is the finger of God, which is God, because he has initiated, the finger of God has created the turmoil, the chaos, and the shift. So you need to go to the source that created this for support. And you know what actually strikes me here as well, thinking about it as well, that's not necessarily God, is it? Because whatever it is that you're going through in this situation here, Cancerians, to me this tower, being that the finger of God is here, what is God? For me, God is, an external source. He's a spiritual source. He doesn't have a body. He or she, I call him a he, because I'm very traditional like that, but he doesn't have a body. You can call it a woman if you want, it's up to you. But a God is somebody who creates. So it's the owner, it's the author, it's the engineer, it's the manipulator. So whoever has caused, because the tower is also very much, for me, the tower is very much like the magician, cause and effect. The hand here caused the fall. So whatever you're experiencing in these, let's do this again, very interesting reading. You guys, we're going to bring this round, but you guys are the Nine of Swords. But how now are you sitting in bed like, oh, you're not doing that, Cancerians, because you sat outside the cage, you're not in your head. You're saying, actually, yeah, I am worried, but I'm actually going to open my mind up and I'm going to think about ways that this can be resolved. Yeah, I am waiting for some information, birds perched on tree, but, the theme of the week is me getting that information, and maybe I need to wait around until I can accost this person for the information. Is the person sitting here the person that caused the issue, for example? Okay, some of you guys waiting to accost or get some information from someone. Goal for the week is to face down your challenges. It's to overcome it and rise above it. The obstacle for the week is not allowing yourself to give into your vulnerabilities, into your fears, and go down that dark void of depression. Because the major accomplishment is you might be gaining money, Nine of Coins, you might be getting your security back, your own personal security with the Nine of Coins energy, or you might be seeing yourself getting personally secure, for example. Maybe this is about getting money back in your bank. I mean, this could be something as simple as, money was taken from the bank, for example, because the Nine of Coins can certainly be your bank account. And there is a need with the Nine of Coins to protect the bank account, especially if you get something like a Nine of Wands with that, right? This could be anything. This could be money was taken erroneously and you're getting your money back. Maybe this is all the theme for the week is about you guys finally getting hold of the the bank manager or the person who made the error with your cash, whatever the case might be. It might be something as small as that. Okay? You don't want to leave this unfinished with the world energy in the reverse. You don't want to, you want to avoid this being an ongoing situation. You also want to avoid this kind of like resting on your shoulders in a huge way. Embrace that you're going to get the support that you want. Possibly it's from this person here and this person here, because this is the support that you need. But also that this too shall pass. It's a temporary situation and it's going to shift. It's going to move. And finally, the support you need is probably from the person that caused the problem. Okay. Could be from God. Yes, finger of God. But this is the... Can you see how the finger is here? And this finger is literally like going... Boop! Everything's gone. Yes, this person kind of did this... And they caused all of this. So it's the person that caused the mayhem probably that you want to be going to get the support from in the first place. Because I don't think whatever's happened here, Cancerians, I don't think it was your fault. I think it was the fault of another. And if it's the fault of the other person, you need to be getting the resolution from that person. Let's get your spiritual advice. 3 cards came out for this. Celebrate you. 9 of Coins. Just celebrate and value who you are. Can you see how similar those cards are? Very beautiful clothing here. Makes the best of herself. So does the peacock. Celebrate you and value yourself and know that you're beautiful. Know that you are worth it. What's the next card? It's not an emergency. Okay. Well, they say it's not an emergency. However, this to me says that you shouldn't be leaving something unfinished with the world energy in the reverse. I think really when I look at this, and it's not an emergency, I think it's telling you not to get too worried about stuff. Okay? Because it can be resolved. It's not life and death. So for me, this is saying celebrate yourself, enjoy yourself, make the best of yourself, but also understand as well that this situation is probably not a life or, life and death situation, okay? So... don't sweat it too much, but you really don't want to keep it ongoing, probably more for your benefit. And the last card is let go and just go with the flow, all right? Just go with the flow and trust that the situation is going to get resolved. But I do feel that with this reading, you don't want to keep things ongoing though. Okay, showing here. And I feel that when it says let go and go with the flow, and it's not an emergency, it's not life and death, and just kind of like go with the flow and be easy about it, which is what you're doing here. And, you know, just celebrate you. I feel it really, these three cards are very much in tandem with this one. Eight of Cups, where it says that you need to overcome the obstacle of, you know, allowing your vulnerabilities to fill you with fear in this situation. Okay, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Let's have a quick look at your final 15 card. Really like that Neo Tarot. The card stock is like, all of the card stock on these cards is incredible. I've got another, I've just had a deck come today actually. But I'm going to use it for teaching tarot. Practical Tarot Wisdom. Absolutely incredible. Small cards. I've got a card called a deck called Symbolon coming tomorrow as well. It's not tarot, but it's very sort of tarot inspired, and it looks really amazing. Okay, let's have a quick look. For your last 15 card reading, we look at 5 areas. Any other general stuff coming in. 5 areas for love for the week and 5 areas for your work and career. We're using the Druid Craft Tarot deck and advice from the Angel of Abundance. And you know what the funny thing is? I don't think I did advice from the Angel of Abundance for Scorpio. And I know the Scorpios are going to come back and say, where's our advice from Angels of Abundance? Sorry, Scorps, if you're watching this, if any of you got Cancer in your sign. Okay, let's have a quick look. There we go. Let's have a look for you. So, any other general stuff coming in? Ace of Coins, nice. Money is Ace of Coins. Job offer, gift is the Ace of Coins energy here. The potential to start building something new is the Ace of Coins energy showing up here. Well, nice. This is lovely energy because you've got the Temperance card, and Temperance is all about working as a collective. So when you get the Temperance energy, it's not just about harmony and balance. Some of you guys, your money could be very balanced next week with the Temperance energy, but Temperance is all about merging. Ace of Coins could be money or a job or something like that. This is merging the Temperance energy. This is all about getting a balance and that type of thing with the Temperance energy. Let's look at the next one. Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is all about good news, or Page of Cups could be about a new creative idea, or it could be about studying something with the Page of Cups energy showing up here. It looks to me like you're merging something creative. So some of you guys might be merging the Temperance energy. You might be working with a creative person, for example, with the Page of Cups energy. It looks to be like a new project, for example. Ace of Coins is all about new projects as well, or potential new projects. So some of you guys might be working with a Page of Cups. Could be in terms of a new project, perhaps, with the Ace of Coins coming in. This could be a younger person as well. This could be a fashion designer or somebody who works creatively, or this could be somebody who works, for example, in terms of art or drawing or that type of thing, or writing, for example. So I'm getting some of you guys with that Temperance energy working with a younger person, maybe somebody who's quite creative. It could be on a new project with the Ace of Coins energy showing up here, and you do have the Eight of Wands energy as well. So the Eight of Wands is all about advancements and sending news out as well. This is creative. This is also news, information. Page of Cups energy showing up here. Good news is the Page of Cups, but also Eight of Wands is also a good news card as well. Launching as well. I get the impression that some of you guys are launching Eight of Wands, a new business. Eight of Coins energy. It looks to me like you're working with a creative individual or a new creative person showing up here. Yeah, Ten of Cups. Could be somebody within the family showing up here. That's what I'm getting from this. Eight of Wands energy as well is all about launching something new or setting something new in motion. So something new is being set in motion. Ten of Cups is all about completing a cycle showing up here. So maybe something new that was launched is now being completed with the Ten of Cups. I'm getting you guys here. I'll read it a few ways. I think the other general energy is coming in. So what have we got? We've got launching, new ideas being set in motion. finally reaching completion, a stage of completion. Some of you guys are ready now with temperance energy to start working with a creative person on a business. So what I'm getting from this is that some of you guys, you've been launching new ideas. You've been launching ideas. You've been talking, doing a lot of talking, probably a lot of emailing back and forth. You and possibly a creative individual for some of you guys, and now it's ready to go because we've got the completion card of the Ten of Cups. I'm seeing here that you are finally merging, working together with a younger or just with a creative individual here, possibly a new business with the Ace of Coins energy showing up here, because Ace of Coins is also new business beside the Page of Coins. So I'm seeing a new business being launched, Eight of Wands, working with young creative, could also be maybe within the family as well with the Ten of Cups, or within a group. Ten of Cups energy showing up here. Some of you guys are launching something into a society. The Ten of Cups is also a network, it's society as well, it's the greater society, it's not just family. So some of you guys might be launching a business, Ten of Cups, into a, into society, into, a community as well. Ten of Cups is community, so you might be launching Eight of Wands, a business, Ace of Coins, community, or you're launching a community business, for example, working with a young creative individual, potentially for some of you guys. Some of you guys got some good news coming in, could be referring to a trip, travel, Eight of Wands with family showing up here. The Temperance card also means to prepare. So it might be with the Ace of Coins energy that money is being transferred as well, because there are certain transferable cards within the tarot. Eight of Wands can be one, Two of Coins and Temperance. You're transferring one thing to the other. So money being transferred. Okay. So it could also be that finances, money, Ace of Coins is being transferred. Temperance energy. Page of Cups energy, this could be somebody, a younger member of the family or a friend. So money being transferred, it could be from a friend, Page of Cups, or a younger friend or younger family member. It could be about a holiday, Ten of Cups energy, a family holiday. So money might be finally, somebody might be finally paying their part of what they owe for a family trip or something like that. Let's have a look at what's going on for love. You've got the Two of Cups. Wow. One of the good cards. Two of Cups is a connection. Two of Cups energy, a new relationship, a new connection, attraction. Two of Cups energy. I do feel that a relationship here, a connection or a relationship could be over though. Ten of Swords at an end. It's come to a painful end, unfortunately, with the Ten of Swords energy showing up here. Two of Wands. So somebody might have been kind of not just looking at you, but looking at someone else. Two of Wands in a love reading can mean somebody who has who's at a crossroads, so they've got a couple of options in terms of love. So I get the impression here for love, Cancerians, a relationship might be over here. Two of Wands energy, somebody was kind of not just with you but with someone else. Okay, somebody was at cross purposes, had you but also looking at someone else, possibly a player with the Two of Wands energy. They had a choice between two paths. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, sorry. So somebody had a choice between two paths. It involves a fire sign female. If you're a female watching this, I think a relationship could be at an end. The person that it's at an end with, Cancerians, had a choice between two people. It involved a Queen of Wands energy sitting there. Death showing up though. Okay, ending. Queen of Wands and the Death card. So something's come to an end. I think they had a choice between you and a Queen of Wands energy. Possibly with the Death energy, it just means that, the relationship is now at an end. We've got two ending cards here for love, Ten of Swords and Death. So two ending cards. I'm seeing an ending coming up for love for some of you guys because you've got the Ten of Swords and Death. I'm seeing also a relationship. So relationship, Ten of Swords and Death is at an end, and it's for good. Because Ten of Swords and Death really is just like, that's it, finish, finito. So a relationship definitely at an end. It looks to be because somebody was had to make a choice between, or was playing you and possibly a fire sign, male or female, off against each other. Okay, so I think that some of you guys are like, you're not playing me off against somebody else, so fuck off, that's it. Let's have finally a look at your career and money. Page of Coins. So Page of Coins is all about being responsible with your cash. Some of you guys, it's a small amount of cash, or it could be an installment that needs to be paid, or maybe a small business that's being set up here with the Page of Coins. Start of business is the Page of Coins energy. Hermit, some of you guys are looking into starting up a business because the Hermit is looking in. All right. So I'll read this a few ways. Some of you guys looking at, because he's looking into the Page of Coins. Some of you guys looking into starting up a startup business with the Page of Coins energy showing up here. Some of you guys needing to get some advice, or you're trying to do some accounting. Because the Page of Coins is all about being responsible with your cash, and the Hermit is like an x-ray. He's accounting, he's looking into finances. So it might be that some of you guys are either perhaps looking at starting up a business here, or you're possibly trying to shed a light on financial situation here with the Page of Coins energy showing up. Your resources. The Seven of Coins, some of you guys want to take a little bit off your savings. Because if you look at the Seven of Coins on this card, can you see the branches? And what I'm noticing with this card as well is that there's a lot of snow around it. So some of you guys might have gone through a time of kind of austerity or difficulty, but you're starting to see with the Seven of Coins money starting to build up again. So I think that you're starting to see money building up. Your savings are starting to grow a little bit. I'm seeing a little bit of affluence there with the Seven of Coins energy showing up here. The Chariot, putting you back in control, success and victory. And this is your card actually, so this is you, the Charioteer. You're back in control. So I think the money that you're starting to see growth with, Cancerians, 15th to the 21st, you're going to take some of that cash and you're going to start to try and take care of some business, because chariots mean external. I've got, what is on this card? I don't know what I've got on that card. Some of you guys are trying to, when you get Chariot, so if you get Strength, it's all about dealing with internal struggles, overcoming internal struggles. This is external struggles. So the money that you're kind of seeing growth with here, you're taking a little bit of your savings here, a little bit, and the Seven of Coins can also mean your savings. So some of you guys, I see you taking a bit of your savings here and you're dealing with some issues here. Some of you guys might be having to mend a car or pay for some car work to be done, all that type of thing. Two of Coins, I'm seeing you guys trying to just manage your money, because Two of Coins is all about money coming in and money going out. So it might be some of you guys are having to pay for car situation here. Chariots are cars. Let's get this reading again here. I feel for career, this is financial though, I don't think it's career. Some of you guys are looking into possibly starting up a business here. Some of you guys are also doing a little bit of housekeeping, where you are doing a little bit of accountability with the Hermit energy into your finances. So you're looking into your finances and you're kind of looking into how much you've got and how much you've saved and that type of thing. I feel with the Seven of Coins, you're taking a little bit of what you've got with that Seven of Coins energy, and you might be paying, Two of Coins energy, paying money out for some car repairs. For some of you guys, it might be that you're taking money and you're just taking care of business with the Chariot, because the Chariot is all about external problems that you need to take care of. Two of Coins energy, I'm seeing you perhaps paying money out and having to just make things balance financially wise. All right, I mean, Two of Coins can be positive change, but usually in terms of finances, it means finances are up and down, and it means that you just, you're having to manage your money. All right, because I do feel that you're taking some savings and you're paying bills and that type of thing with the Chariot energy, and just generally having to manage your money in the right way with the Two of Coins. All right, let's quickly get your, I nearly forgot this one again. I'm always forgetting to do the Angel of Abundance. What is the advice from the Angels of Abundance? Here we go. There we go. It just flipped out. The advice is you can have, possibly some of you guys could be getting a raise or a promotion. It says, congratulations, an increase in your abundance, which I was seeing here as well, flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Okay, I don't usually see the Two of Coins as an influx of money, but definitely when I look at this card, it reminds me of money growing on trees, or seeing some form of growth and expansion and prosperity after a hard winter or after a time of austerity. You're starting to see growth. You take a part of what you've got and this is you on the Chariot, and you've got external issues. You start to try and resolve those external things here. Okay, money coming in, money going. So this is like the flow of money as well with the Two of Coins. So I'm seeing you guys just managing your money effectively, taking what you've got, paying for what you need, but being, you're very focused as well with that Hermit on being very responsible with your cash as well. All right, guys, that's your reading for the week. Thanks for your time, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.